Hello, gentle viewers. This is Avindian, welcoming you to a new episode of Out of the Park Baseball 20. Last episode, we had we almost made it, you guys. We almost made it. I think it's a good time to take a moment and take stock of what exactly it is we've accomplished. So we've gone from 61 and 101 to almost winning 90 games last year. That's a pretty huge jump. Now, one thing we might want to consider is playing a bit more for the long term. 1969 is a big year. We're going to get two new major league teams. The Mets and someone else. No, we already have the Mets. Who gets added in 1969? Is it the Padres and the Mariners? Why do I feel like it's the Padres and the Mariners? I don't remember. Here's what matters, though. 1969 is also when they add the second round of the playoffs. I just don't know if we're going to be able to break through, but maybe we will. I think it's hilarious. As you guys know, of course, I batch record in advance, and I couldn't help but laugh at how many people like, oh, you got Roberto Clemente, he's going to be so awesome, you're going to win all the games. And he stunk. Really bad. But we got Frank Robinson now. And at least last year, he didn't stink. We've also desperately needed a new power source, and hopefully in the twilight of his career, he can provide us with a couple of decent years. The other thing is there's a whole bunch of people on the waiver wire. Like Bill Southworth. He's very flawed as a player goes. Was I saying Billy Southworth? Oh, this is a totally different guy. Never mind. Overall rating. This isn't a terrible way to get like a new reliever, for example, but there's really not much here to leap out and say this person is going to change our franchise. I think we'll just continue. We still have potentially one of the best pitching staffs in the majors. I'm just not sure what we're going to accomplish. I really don't like the idea of Nielsen being the fifth starter. I mean, I could call up Mandel. Wait, what is your game strategy saying? Oh, force him as a reliever. Yeah, because he was a really bad starter last year. Mandel's just better. Like, I'd really like him to get some AAA experience. But the thing is, he had it. I can afford to keep him in the minors a tiny bit longer. I don't know what to do about Doug Rader, though. Let's let him get some minor league action, but he could be pushing Ward out the door. Oh, they really don't want to get rid of Ward. I mean, he's consistently been one of our best hitters over the past few years. Even if he's never reached the dizzying highs of his rookie campaign, again, he's still been a quality player. For certain. Then we got Cook. I'm not ready to make a trade yet. To, like, shed some prospect players for this, but... Why am I keeping you, Lear? Oh, you're not my starting shortstop. Hansen is. Yeah, you're my dude. I'm sorry. I have a thing for great defensive shortstops. I mean, a man who can make 4 WAR while hitting just under 100, like just hitting below average, is exciting to me. There's room for improvement at first base. without a doubt. And maybe that'll just come from having you. But, yeah. Our pitching staff's getting old. Ish. Let's stop wasting time. Let's get into some baseball action. Oh, for a minute they were in first place. Okay, Ron Hansen being out for 6 weeks is not my favorite thing. Are we really that desperate for quality shortstops that Tony La Russa is the obvious best choice to call up? I mean... I actually think I'd rather have another outfielder. Or could call up Cook. He only plays third, but a backup third baseman wouldn't be the worst idea. And he's impressed every step of the way. Maybe it's time to let him get some reps. Just see where it takes us. Don't go to waivers. I want the injured list. Oh, you're right there. Okay. That's fine then. I so hate this. Where is front office scouting? Oh, because I just turned scouting on. That was the thing that we did. I think it feels more realistic to have an actual scout than just be guaranteed perfect information. And holy shit, the California Angels. Mandel's putting it together. I'm going to let him wait until June to see how much his control improves. Actually, let's quickly review how the team is doing so far. 9-14 is pretty shit. I'm going to be honest with you, it's pretty shit. Once again, no one is hitting. Now look, okay, in real life, 1968 next year was the year of the pitcher. Where Denny McClain won 31 games. Bob Gibson had like a ridiculously tiny ERA. I think 1.12 when he played for the Cardinals. But this is ridiculous. Like, seriously, I have one good hitter, Davalio, and Brand is hitting well in very limited playing time. We're not going to go anywhere. And Nielsen, quite frankly, is getting his butt kicked. I'm going to wait till the end of May and then maybe replace him with Mandel. 5 weeks for McKinney. Didn't McKinney miss like most of last season? Oh, it was 2 seasons ago. I guess I'll call up Mandel and I'll just let... Yeah, and then Nielsen can drop down and take over the, that dealie. A personal message. Hansen is going to be another 2 weeks. Ooh, Don Wilson struck out 15. Nice. And then we got shut out. Couple Player of the Week awards. Oh, God. Huh? Oh, I traded you. Yeah, I don't care about you anymore. shut out for Dave McNally, and then we got shut out the next day. And he'll be back. Hansen will be back tomorrow, which is good. So then the $1 million question becomes, what do we do? I think we're going to send down Lear. Just because Brand is actually hitting kind of well. I think of all the players I've traded from, I'm the most sort of disappointed with Caraballo. He's been productive, but I expected him to be like a next level catcher, and he's just never gotten there. Maybe it'll change. Okay. All right. Player development. I don't care about most of your names. Mandel's potential control got worse. Not what I was hoping to see. Some fairly minor improvements. An improvement in contact is always highly welcomed. Bill Cook is putting it together. Look at this. Contact, power, eye, all improved. Canigliaro got better. Knight got better. And then there's not a lot of movement here, but at least players are getting interesting. I just hate boring players. Okay. We are 23-35. We are 9 games out of first place. So we need to make 2 decisions. 1, can we make up this deficit with the team we have now? And if the answer to that question is no, what are we prepared to trade? What would people actually be interested in is, I guess, a better question. What is it with great right fielders? The moment they hit the Senators, they all stop hitting. This is ridiculous. Come on, dude. Yeah, no one is hitting. Alright, you know what? I don't like drastic measures. Matt Grant, I'm sick of your crap. You're fired. I probably should have had a good hitting coach in mind before I fired him. But that's alright. Is there anyone... only Davio would like you. Is there a good hitting coach on the market? Yes, there's Nate Skouras. I'm going to bring in a new hitting coach. Maybe that'll jumpstart the offense. I don't know that it actually matters, but it makes me feel better. And for now, I'll take it. Right. So no one's hitting, except for Pete Ward. He's right along with his career numbers. Have you reached the point where we move on from you? Like, let me be clear. If I trade Pete Ward, our playoff chances are just absolutely destroyed. I'm not sure I'm willing to make that move. And I wanted Mandel to be, sorry, he didn't have to be the ace, but hey, he seems to be doing alright so far. It's been a while since we developed a good young starter. Yeah, look at this. It's a scary rotation, but we can't score runs, like, at all. Maybe we will sort things out, who knows. And we got a new hitting coach. I still see like 1 run, 2 runs, 3 runs. Oh, well, my 500th game. Congratulations to me. McKinney, you're still one of the best relievers I got. Yeah, Scott Nielsen, go back to AAA. We want Jimma back. Jimma. Ooh, a cycle for Tony Conigliaro. He's still only hitting 210 though. See, it's not just us, because it looks like it might just be us, because you look at this, we still got lots of people hitting 300. I think for whatever reason we can't hit. I don't know why, but we can't. 5 hits. Well done. Another shutout. It's practically the only way we can guarantee ourselves a relatively high chance of winning the game. I mean, we're at 500. That's not good enough, even though the Angels have cooled off a tiny bit. I mean, we're clearly in the first division. We're not like a basement level team, but there's just so much to get through. Doug Rader just keeps getting better, which is frankly absurd. Look at this. He's like murdering baseballs. And we really do need a kickstart to the offense. It would be foolish of me not to at least explore trading Ward. Right? Or am I being unfair? I don't know. Let's just see what kind of deals I can get for him. There's a surprisingly large amount of interest for him. Huh. Like, that's a lot of interest. This is more than I expected. Orlando Cepeda. Gaylord Perry. Although pitching's not our issue. If I was going to trade, I'd want to trade for an elite offensive player. Preferably someone relatively young. Okay, Mickey Stanley. Is not terrible. He'd be a nice little addition to the team. Okay, let's quickly examine the roster. Where could we most... Brooks Robinson? No. No. Avi? No. You're trading a third baseman to open up a hole. Trading for one of the best third basemen ever play Major League Baseball does not fix that problem. Plus, he should be on the Orioles. Okay. Basically, everyone's hitting below their weight. There's not really a bad decision there. I just want... Okay. Jesus Alou. Good contact and defense. Not very good at anything else. One of the famous Alou brothers. I'm not sure if he's the one that's Jesus Alou or Moises Alou's dad or not. It's his uncle at least. So pass on him. You're a really good defensive right fielder, but I'm not giving away someone that good. Some nice catchers, to be sure. Good contact, good defense. He's young. Doesn't hit for a lot of power, though. Is the thing. Woody Woodward is a good defensive shortstop who can also actually hit the ball every once in a while. That's pretty good. Archie Smith was an outfielder, wasn't he? I do like Reggie Smith, but again, I've got to make sure I get fair value. I don't want to get stuck with an older player that's just going to get worse as he gets older. Mike Hegan can draw walks, but that's pretty much the extent of his offensive profile. Cepeda's a good all-around hitter, but nothing spectacular. Rudy May's either an excellent reliever or a decent starter. I wouldn't make him... I could literally trade for Bob Gibson. Was it a 1.12? Holy crap, I remembered that for some reason. Damn. Cardinal, again... Terrific defensively. There's a lot of players of this type available. Fred Whitfield. I'm seeing interesting players, but I'm not seeing the kind of player that really thrills me, with the possible exception of Woodward. But but trading Ward for Woodward actually makes the Yankees better, possibly. I'd have to get a fairly big package before I'd consider making this deal for Woodward. Let's start with that and see what if I can grab anything else of value from them. There is nothing of interest here. I want Mickey Mantle. No, there's no way you'd give me Mantle, and I wouldn't take him even if you did offer him. You just don't have a lot of young talent, which is the thing I need more than anything. I can't do it for Ward straight up. I really can't. I don't think it's a good enough deal. No. The thing is, my current center fielder's the good player on my team. I can get I can get an upgrade at catcher. But without getting prospects too, who could I get in addition? I mean, you have Amos Otis, but he's frankly... Like, the real Amos Otis was a pretty talented player. Not really Hall of Fame level, in my opinion, but borderline. He played for Kansas City for a long time. But again, this is the one place I don't have a hole. And there's, again... Why is Johnny Bench not playing? I will take Johnny Bench off your hands for Pete Ward. Oh, damn it. You won't do it because you just drafted him. I guess that's fair. Why must everyone have the same kinds of players? Dave May, though, at least has upside. He at least has upside. Or he could be an excellent everyday starting outfielder. Okay. What about May and Ollie Brown for Pete Ward? Oh, you literally won't do it because you already had... God damn it. Every good player they have was traded a year ago. Was just drafted. Yeah, it's not thrilling to me. Boston. I mean, you guys know I want Tom Seaver. Boston would be borderline moronic to give him to me, even for Pete Ward. And again, you just drafted him. I hate you all so much for tantalizing me with amazing players that I can't have. Angels. They don't have anyone. White Sox. Manny Sanguillen is, again, another jerk who was just drafted last year. Cubs. This is a weird offensive profile. And again, he just got drafted. Reds. Nothing. Tigers. Even if I could trade from you, would be an absolute dunce to trade him to me. Astros. Again, not gonna get him. Nope. I already talked to the White Sox. Let's look at the Tigers. No, I just did that too. Houston. Nope. Kansas City. I hate you all. I can get players for Ward, but what I want is not available. I want a young, talented player, both for Ward's own sake and to open up a hole. But there's just... I'm getting a lot of players of the same type. Yeah. I do like me some Harmon Killebrew, but, I want more of a sure thing. Now, Wes Parker. Wes Parker. Is a good defensive first baseman who hits for contact and draws walks. He's got a decent bit of power on him. You wouldn't give me Frank Fernandez even if he was available, and I'm sure he's not. Could I get Buddy Bradford, too? You want more if I ask for Buddy Bradford. How much more? Like, I would happily give you Dick Simpson. So this gives me two benefits. One, we improve at first base. Two, I can put Doug Rader into the lineup, who might be even better than Ward. Three, this is going to the National League, so it's not going to hurt me directly. Four, I actually save some money. And five, Bradford is a very intriguing player. I don't think there's anyone else interesting enough for me to ask he be included. Like David Caballero, yeah. I'm going to make this deal. Alright. So, plan. First of all, Bob Oliver. I'm going to try to trade Hinton. Now I'll just send down Oliver for now. I will try to trade Hinton at some point. Okay. And then Doug Rader gets promoted. I think I like this trade. I think. What could I get for Hinton? Just out of curiosity. Definitely skews older. This is a good shortstop, but he's basically the same guy I've already got. I could get Harmon Killebrew. Bruce Holson. If he were a better fielder, I would take him in a heartbeat. Or if the DH existed, which it doesn't exist yet. Gary Wagner, maybe? I could use an upgrade in the bullpen. What else could you give me, Mets? Could I get Ray Fosse from you? Probably not. Nope. Again, just drafted. Why don't I check? I don't know why. I'm willing to... I should ask for more, but is there more to give me? I want Joe Morgan. I'm kidding. What would I have to give him? Yeah, you'd never give me Joe Morgan. That's fair. That's totally fair. Really, Steve Carlton kind of sucks in this playthrough. I mean, if you'll throw him in, no. Alright, that's fair. I could just make this deal and just accept that we're taking a loss, but frankly, I'd rather keep Hinton on the roster and just let my manager get creative. I think the team is better. I'm just not 100% sure it's better. But I wanted to make some bold moves just to see what we could do. And most importantly, we got younger. Parker is much younger than Hinton. Rader had nothing left to learn in AAA. I've still got Cook on the roster, and he could surprise us if given an opportunity. I think I feel good about this, but I'm not sure how good. We'll see what happens. 2 weeks for McNally is unfortunate. Now maybe I'd go ahead and trade Hinton for that extra starter. I could just run a man short. Let's go and grab Roberto Rodriguez, and I'll just let the AI either not fill the spot or whatever, because 2 weeks is only a couple of starts. Okay. Better bullpen ERA. I'm on track to increasing attendance. Oh, gosh. All right. Let us go ahead, extend to all minor leaguers. The team trainer has done a fairly good job. I don't have a lot to complain about, so we'll give him a new extension. Ralph Hoke. He gets along with Doug Rader. You know what? That's good enough for me. There we go. I still can't believe Joe Gordon makes more money than me. That is irritating to me. But whatever, dude. God damn it, Doug Rader. You just started. Don Wilson made the All-Star team. And Don Wilson made the All-Star team. That is the entirety of the Washington Senators' contributions to the All-Star team this year. Damn. Them's the breaks, you guys. Them's the breaks. No. I'm just gonna stop you right now and say no. Okay, we get Dave McNally back. Rodriguez has thrown a few scoreless innings. Let's send down Bryce Radford. John Gabler for Tony La Russa. Gabler sucks. Like, I would happily flip Hinton for the right combination. That is not the right combination. Maybe Black Mesa. I don't want to get sued by Valve. Why did I click statistics? That was not what I meant to click. I meant to click trade block. Why does Chicago want to get rid of him so bad? Hey, Pete Ward's on the block. That was record time. Look, I'm just going to throw something out there. How about Chuck Hinton? Chuck Hinton and my best prospect. Buddy Bradford. Oh, damn. He's gotten nice. And Tony La Russa. Yeah, you're not going to do that. That's fine. There is a certain level of temptation in trading for Pete Ward again. But we're not going to manage that. And that's fine. I get Roberto Clemente back. How's he doing in Cincinnati? Not so good. I mean, he was gangbusters last year. And then... Not that I can complain. Not that I have much to say, because Frank Robinson has been, frankly, just an entire disappointment. Like, I genuinely don't know why no one is hitting on this team. Except Doug Rader. He seems to be doing okay. Parker's struggling a bit. Yeah, it's like, if I had even a mediocre offense, we would possibly might win the World Series this year. But we're just so bad offensively. I don't know, you guys. I mean, thank heavens for Leo, who's the only person who can hit on this damn team. Consistently, anyway. I mean, Canigliaro hits for power. That's about it. Robinson's not even hitting for power. I don't think there's anything else I want to trade this year. I think we just bite the bullet and accept this is just going to be like a rebuilding year kind of thing. Because I don't even need my offense to just be gigantically explosive. I just need them to not suck. And if I can accomplish not sucking, the pitching staff is good enough to do some damage if we make it to the playoffs. The problem is, every time we trade for a player, they suck really hard. And I don't know what to do at this point, except just hope for the best. We're getting a little frisky. Yeah, the frickin' Yankees just caught fire. That's probably it for the season for us. Oh. Let's call up Buddy Bradford. We actually are on roster expansion, aren't we? Do I want to put him in... wait, where's Buddy Bradford? Oh, did he just get hurt? No. Oh, he's playing in rookie ball for reasons that escape me. Yeah, that's not smart. We can call up Oliver, Nielsen, the other Radford. That's fine. Everything's fine. I would love nothing more, but you're gonna wait till the offseason, then I'll trade you. Yeah, we're eliminated from the playoffs. Any real big improvements here? Not really. Except again for Raider. Doug Rader's probably going to be a star at some point. But that point is not yet. Yeah, 29 game save streak by my closer. That's pretty cool. What went right with the offense this year? Carabaya was the best player on the team and had a career year, but no one else contributed all that much. Except Doug Rader and Wes Parker. Those look like they were good acquisitions. Rader in particular is worth getting excited about, because if he had played more games, he would have matched his AAA contributions. Davalillo had maybe a bit of a down year. But it's like, so many players were just there. And that ain't going to do it. That's not going to get us through the likes of the Yankees, the Red Sox, the Angels, all them people. I mean, we had 3 top-line starting pitchers, and it didn't matter. We arguably had 5 top-line starting pitchers. The worst starting pitcher was still a 2.1 WAR. Everyone's ERA was better than league average. If we look at We don't have ERA minus? Or ERA plus, yeah. Well, except for McNally, who was exactly league average, and Mandela was slightly worse. But yeah, we're just... I don't know what to tell you, you guys. We're just sitting here staring at a team that can't get it together on offense. And until we find a way to break through that, we're just going to be trapped. Alright, guys. I think we move Chuck Hinton. I think Parker has done enough to show me that he's got some offensive upside. And again, we are approaching the year of the pitcher. And after, I believe, 1968, I think they actually lowered the mound because pitching was so dominant. And maybe that's all we're really waiting for. But I do know that for now, we've got a long way to go. Yeah, Frank, you gotta hit better. We'll just go ahead and finish the playoffs. Yankees win. Oh, boy. Yes, I agree that it's not a very good score, but what are we going to do? Okay. Okay, let's get these both increased. What's the league baseline? They're spent 160. Let's spend 200 grand on each. There's no reason not to, because there's not much else we can spend our money on in the days before free agency. Like, if you look at free agents, they're all going to suck, basically. Because they're people that, for one reason or another, weren't good enough to be on the roster. So they just cut them rather than have to pay them. Alright. Prior to your offseason, let's move Chuck Hinton. I sold on him at the right time. Look how much his overall has plummeted. Yeah, last year was the worst year of his career. What am I getting offers for? Not a lot to write home about. You know what? I'm going to grab Bruce Holson. His bat has so much potential in it. I'm willing to take a chance on him. Plus, we're going to be getting the DH before too much longer. That'd be handy. Give me Hank Aaron. You're not going to give me Hank Aaron. And you have literally no prospects. Alright. Yeah. Canigliaro is only 22. He's still got room to grow. You don't have, like, any talent at, like, first base, do you? Not really. You'd be an interesting relief prospect, actually. Like, a two-way player. But yeah, he's such a good hitter that I would like to have him on the roster and just see if we can find a way to squeeze him in. we've got talent up and down the roster. We just need our talent to do talented things. And I guess we do need to improve the bullpen. It's kind of mediocre right now. We can do that in the draft pretty easily. You're a weird pitcher. I don't know that even in the year of the pitcher, which is coming up next year, that a pitcher who can't strike people out is going to be that effective. And I'm especially not giving up a package of prospects for a relief pitcher. Every once in a while you catch fire like the Indians did with Andrew Miller in 2016. And you give up some decent prospects, but you get a great reliever that basically took us to the World Series. That we didn't win wasn't Andrew Miller's fault. Oh dear. This isn't a super duper great draft class. Ted Simmons is good. John Mayberry Sr., Hal McRae are both pretty decent. Dusty Baker, when he's not managing, is pretty decent. Bobby Mercer's okay. Bobby Bonds is good. Ralph Garr is okay. I mean, the only player here who's even a borderline Hall of Famer is Ted Simmons, maybe with Bobby Bonds in there too. And my draft pick is what? 11. It's not the worst. We can see what we see. I got no awards and frankly didn't expect any. Okay, you want Ron Brand. I certainly don't object to that if you want him. A pretty decent reliever. Can I get someone other than Dick Simpson? You know, I'm just going to take this offer. Because, look, Ron Brand is maybe acceptable as a catcher, but maybe not. And he's been useful in small parts of seasons, but I think this is a smart move. Wow, people are really PO'd that we got rid of Ron Brand. I had no idea he meant so much to them. Oh well. It's a pretty nice upgrade to the bullpen in my view. So they'll just have to get over it. Look. I really don't know that I trust Bryce Radford. I really don't. I mean, maybe I shouldn't be too hard on the guy, but I just... This movement line gives me cold sweats. We'll see what he can do in actual sustained Major League action. Any cool Hall of Fame players available? I'm going to keep voting for Larry Doby. Ned Garver, Gil Hodges, Early Win, I think definitely should be a Cy Young winner. Or not Cy Young winner. He should be that too, but no, a Hall of Famer. And I'll cast a couple ballots for them too. Go up to the first year player draft. Oh, Oliver's not bad too. This is very much a position player heavy draft though. I doubt there's much in the way of good pitching available. which isn't the end of the world, but I would like to actually see add us a couple extra real good starters to the group. But there is a lot of offensive talent for certain. You know, I did say I wanted a young pitcher. And it's hard to argue with Doc Ellis. It's real hard. Like, there's some pretty good hitters in this draft. But there's also some decent hitters later on in the draft, too. And I've actually got 2 second-round draft picks. I'm taking Doc Ellis. I know I just sat there and told you how badly we needed offensive upgrades. But maybe we need even more pitching. Oh, and by the way, if he's available, I'm taking Tom Hall with my next pick. Damn it. I shouldn't have said anything. I cursed it. I kind of like Joe Haig. I think he's an interesting sounding bat. Right. Bergmeyer won't strike people out, but he's also a decent outfielder. Ah, he can't hit. Like at all. And I just looked at the same guy twice. What the hell's wrong with me? I like Duffy Dyer. I do want a little bit more depth at catcher. I am underwhelmed with this draft class so far. If he improved his control, he'd be a nice little pitcher, but I don't know that he ever will. I'm going to go ahead and draft Skip Gunn. I'm going to draft Seth Les Kane. I'll either take him or I won't. And if I don't end up signing him, that's not the end of the world. Sure. I'm just grabbing people at this point, honestly. Yeah, we're actually... Here you go, Jim Miles. Done. Like, we got some talent in this draft. I don't want you to think that we didn't. And Doc Ellis in particular was a nice get. But we didn't do much to improve our chances next year. If it truly is the year of the pitcher, like it was in real life, having a dominant rotation, along with Doc Ellis waiting in the wings, is going to be big. He wants more than 230 grand to sign. I'd give him 300. And if he says no, he says no. I'm not going to fuss with it much. Like, I don't think he's that valuable, but there's also so little for me to spend my money on in any given year that money is, like, this side short of useless. And he said no. Well, he can go to hell. That's what I say to you. Where'd all my minor leaguers go? I have no idea. What the heck is this? What the heck did the game do? No. I guess it's just like a weird thing. I'm just checking. Here you go. Yeah, everyone's minor leagues just kind of vanished. Interesting. Alright. As long as it's happening to everyone, I'm not going to get fussy about it. I'm going to go ahead and let the AI set up the minors for right now just to get people started and in the right places. Okay. There's Cap Peterson. I don't have a place for him. Yeah, I don't need another interesting hitter. I don't know that that accomplishes much. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and complete the draft. Hall of Fame voting results. Early win going in the first round. Who knows? Who bloody knows? The nose knows. Hey, Bob Lemon and Early Win made it. Good for them. Good for them. Alright. Y'all can fit where you need to fit. I'm not going to throw you in the deep end just yet, Doc Ellis. But I wouldn't expect you to be in the minors long. I would not expect you to be in the minors long. Gotta help me out this year, Frankie. Or I'm gonna replace you. And that's all there is to it. And you cut my budget because you're a dick. Okay. Whatever, dude. I won't get a 4th round pick. That's reasonable. Like, I'm not looking for the best offense in history. I'm literally just, wow. Doc Ellis didn't even crack the best prospects list? Why the hell not? I don't know. I'm going to go ahead and let him give people spring training shots. It's going to be all about the more the merrier. Sure. That seems good. Oh, you can have some spring training time, too. Let's get dangerous, as they say. Wow. That's a kick in the junk. He's like, you guys, I finally made it. I can finally say I'm getting a shot in the major leagues. Oh, and I'm hurt. That's rough, mate. Then again, if Tony La Russa had been all that great a player, he probably wouldn't have been as good a manager. So, oof. You know what? I'm sick of your crap, Jimmy McKinney. You're gone. I'm cutting you. I'm sick and tired of paying for you basically to get injured again. It's not worth it. It just isn't. Some things happened. Nothing hugely shocking. Joe Haig has really taken to face in Major League pitching. Jake DeVore proved a little bit. Tony La Russa is eligible to come back. Go right to AAA. Because you weren't going to make the Major League roster. I hate to give you the impression that you were, but you weren't. Okay. Got 10 pitchers. Is all I really want at this point in history. And frankly, very few of the pitchers on the roster are worth keeping. Peterson, no. I'm not letting you guilt your way onto the roster. Tompkins, waived. And Wyman, how many pitchers do I have now? 14 still. You gone. You gone. I will let Ginn get a little bit of time in the majors, see what he's about. One more. Jack Curtis. Later, Jack. I refuse to have you on the roster. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. Okay, Dyer, minors. Haig, minors. I mean, has Lannis ever provided quality value? He's a utility guy. They're a dime a dozen. I think Lear plays... Oh, he only plays first and short. Well, screw him then. I'd rather have La Russa, who at least plays second. Yeah, you know what? Screw it. La Russa, you make the roster. You're gone, Allison. Minors. Simpson can stay on the roster if I have room. Caps was actually extremely productive last year. And part-time. I do think we have too many outfielders, but I also don't know where else I would make cuts. Look, Lannis, you're literally a good... Oh, no, not Lannis. He's actually pretty good at all three positions. He's been moderately productive each year. I think maybe Cook, just so we can get a full year's flavor in the minors. What could I get if I traded Oliver? In the prospects and regulars side of things. Mostly players that aren't that thrilling. Which is fair. Yeah, there's a lot of garbage. I mean, French at least draws walks. Among, he's making 100 grand a year? Hell no. Who the heck gave him that much money? This guy I like. A good bat, plays lots of positions pretty darn well. Give me Cesar Tovar. Wow, the years have not been kind to Ron Santo. I mean, this guy's a Hall of Famer, arguably one of the best third basemen ever, and he just looks like garbage. That's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes, my friends. Can I get Danny Frisella? I probably can't. Oh, maybe I can. What would I have to throw in? Too much. Can I get the perfect defensive outfielder? Definitely can't do it. You know, I'm just going to take this deal. It's fine. And then I can happily and quickly like dispose of Lannis entirely. Unless I'll take a demotion to AAA. He did. Okay. I love players like Tovar. Someone who can just bounce all around the diamond. He's going to hit maybe enough to provide some offensive value. This is a good reserve guy. I'm very pleased with that selection. Up to opening day. Hey, we have the number 10 prospect. Way to go, Doc Ellis. I just don't know, you guys. I do not know. Like, you look at this lineup and you see so much talent. I'm going to remove you as a game starter. Because I don't want you to be forced to be the ace. I think he's good enough that he's going to make it as a starting pitcher anyway. But yeah, I don't want you putting as much pressure on Mandel, who's still very young and very raw. I just don't know, you guys. We've got a hell of a starting pitching staff. We've got plenty of talent with the bat. We just need to make the bat actually happen. Oh, I gotta put Bradford on the roster, don't I? Okay. Yeah, I don't ever want him starting a game again. Even last year as a reliever, he wasn't great, but that's fine. But yeah. I want Doc Ellis to improve just a tiny bit, but he is definitely... I mean, look, a healthy Doug Rader, Philadelphia... Wait, I thought Doug Rader played for the Phillies. Who am I thinking of? I guess it was... He played for the Colt 45s. Or are they the Astros at this point? They're the Astros, okay. I just don't know, frankly. I don't know if we're going to be successful or not. I hate having a team like this because what this team lacks is superstars. I've got a lot of very talented players that do certain things very well. But I have very few players that grab your attention and say, I can carry the load myself. Certainly not in the lineup. What I basically have is a team full of players whose ultimate ambition is an all-star team. I think that's fair. I think that's a good way of thinking of it. Players who will probably never make the Hall of Fame, never win an MVP, but their talent level is definitely all-star level. That in the right year with the right circumstances to make an all-star team. And that's fine. But it does make it hard. But let's flip the coin, actually. The upside of this is that all of my players have extremely replaceable talent. And I've got people waiting in the wings at most positions to give us at least a modicum of improvement. I'm going to let Buck play catcher one last year, mostly because I have family from Delaware, Ohio. But he'll probably be replaced next year by Dyer, who's already like an interesting, if not mind-blowing bat, who happens to be a pretty good catcher. Good for Caraballo, though. I'd like to see him build on this success. Yeah. That's just where we are right now. We don't have superstars, but we have a lot of stars. And the good part about a lot of stars is, again, not just, oh, I've got lots of injury replacements, someone gets hurt. I've got people waiting for an opportunity. The other big benefit... Oh, you're going to get mad because I got to take them off of DFA first. Go to AAA, all of you. And then you're all off the waivers. Is that all it takes is one or two players having an extraordinary year, and we can break through. I feel terrible wasting Mickey Lolich's career up to this point. He's got, what, 2 Cy Youngs? Yeah, he had back-to-back Cy Young awards and an All-Star appearance. And it just doesn't matter. I don't know how he didn't win a Cy Young in 63, to be honest with you. He came in second, but he really should have been in first. Yeah, you can make an argument, a very good one, actually, I think. He should have won 5 or 4 straight Cy Young awards to start his career. Now, last year wasn't his best year. But, you know, we'll see what happens. Don Wilson has looked like another excellent pick. He is consistent. Mike Cuellar, the old man, gets it done. Dave McNally has been nothing if not consistent. Occasionally exceptional. And then we got the new guy who continues along the tradition of muddling through most of the season. Okay, this does not look remotely like Doc Ellis. Like, Doc Ellis is black. Very black. This guy looks like he's either Hispanic or a dude with a tan. But whatever. if you'll forgive me for using a football term, we kind of have the Jeff Fisher franchise, where we're always competitive, but we never break through to the next level. Maybe this will be that year. Or maybe not. Oh, excuse me. But it'll be interesting to find out nonetheless. I want to thank everyone for watching. If you're enjoying the series, please submit. Please go ahead and what's the word I'm looking for? Subscribe to the channel. Click the little bell icon to get notifications each and every Friday. Like the video if you enjoyed it, if you found it interesting. Share some comments down below. I'm always curious to get predictions from people, how they think we will do. What does MLB think we'll do? They're predicting us to win the division, which I did not expect. Maybe they're right. Who knows? Until then, though, this has been Indian. Thank you for watching, and I bid you good day.